Are your joints stiff? I know that some of you out there may be dealing with arthritis. And hey, who isn't feeling a little creaky every now and then? Well, have I got a treat for you.
Yes! Yes!
I've been doing some digging, and I've got a list here of the top 10 foods to help with arthritis. Now hold on to your seats, because I'm going to take you on a magical ride through your own body. Number 1 on the list is fatty fish. No, not your Uncle Jerry, who always beats everyone in the family swimming races at the annual picnic. I'm talking salmon, mackerel, and sardines. These guys are packed with omega-3 fatty acids, which, according to scientists in lab coats, are pretty good for reducing inflammation. Now, the omega-3s work by blocking inflammatory cytokines and enzymes, like a security guard at a club who just won't let trouble in. Omega-3s, they do something amazing. When you consume fatty fish, the omega-3s present in them get metabolized into what the eggheads in the lab coats call resolvins. Now, resolvins have a very special talent. They can downregulate or cool down the production of inflammatory substances. Here's how it works. Imagine your body is a large corporation, and inflammation is an overzealous middle manager. Call him Chad. Now, Chad is all about synergy and taking it to the next level. But all he really does is create chaos and stress. That's your inflammation.
What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
What?
Omega-3s, they're like the cool CEO who walks in, takes one look at Chad and says, "Hey buddy, why don't you take it down a notch?"
Hey, stop it!
So, omega-3s tell your cells to stop sending out so many inflammatory signals. And less inflammation means less arthritis pain. So eat your fish, folks. Next up is garlic. Garlic isn't just for warding off vampires, my friends.
Garlic.
Research from King's College London found that diallyl disulfide, a compound in garlic, limits the effects of pro-inflammatory cytokines, helping to fight inflammation. Here's the lowdown. Our bodies are full of these little proteins called cytokines. Now, cytokines aren't as cuddly as they sound. In fact, they can be the troublemakers when they start promoting inflammation. Now, imagine the cytokines are like the rowdy kids on a school bus. They're running up and down the aisles, shouting and screaming, throwing food. That's the inflammation in your body. Diallyl disulfide, that's the world-weary bus driver. It has the power to get those unruly cytokines back in their seats, reducing the chaos, or in the body's case, reducing inflammation. And with fewer of these cytokines making a ruckus, inflammation gets reduced, and so does the pain and discomfort of arthritis. So, the next time you're adding garlic to your marinara sauce, just remember, you're also adding a bit of peace and quiet to the rowdy school bus of your body's molecular processes. And hey, that's something to smile about. Just make sure you've got some breath mints on hand afterward. The third food on our list is ginger. Not just your favorite spice to add to cookies or your go-to remedy for an upset stomach. Ginger is kind of like that friend who always has a multi-tool, you know? The one you want around when you're camping and you forgot your can opener. The ginger equivalent of that multi-tool is a little something called gingerols. You see, gingerols have been found to inhibit the production of nitric oxide in your body. Now, before you think I've turned into Bill Nye the Science Guy, let me explain. Nitric oxide, despite sounding like something from a Fast and Furious movie, can actually become a bit of a problem in our bodies. When nitric oxide gets exposed to oxidative stress, that's basically like your body's internal version of rush hour traffic. It can turn into something called peroxynitrite, a potentially harmful free radical. So what do these gingerols do? Gingerols prevent the formation of these harmful free radicals, reducing inflammation and therefore the symptoms of arthritis. So, next time you're adding ginger to your stir-fry or sipping on some ginger tea, remember you're also sipping on a powerful anti-inflammatory agent. Fourth is broccoli. Now you might be thinking, broccoli? Really? I mean, I used to hide mine under the mashed potatoes when my mom wasn't looking. But it turns out broccoli is the unsung hero in the fight against arthritis. You see, broccoli is like that nerdy kid in high school who nobody thought was cool, but then they grow up to invent the next big app and become a millionaire. And what's broccoli's million-dollar idea? It's a little compound called sulforaphane. Now, sulforaphane isn't some high-tech detergent. It's actually a molecule that does an incredible job of slowing down the destruction of cartilage in your joints. And as anyone with arthritis knows, cartilage is like the peacekeeping force in your joints. When it's gone, things start to get pretty painful. So how does sulforaphane do this? Well, it seems to block the enzymes that cause the destruction of the cartilage. Imagine those enzymes as like a swarm of termites, and your cartilage is a wooden house. Sulforaphane is like the pest control service, showing up to stop those termites from causing more damage. In fact, a study from the University of East Anglia found that sulforaphane might even help to reverse the process of cartilage damage in osteoarthritis. That's like the pest control service not only getting rid of the termites, but also fixing up the house to look better than before. So, the next time you see broccoli on your plate, just remember that it's not just a tree-shaped vegetable that's good for you. Think of sulforaphane as your own personal arc reactor, but for your joints. Well, coming in at number 5, we have walnuts. Now, I know what you're thinking. Walnuts? That's nuts. Ha! Got it! But in fact, these wrinkly little brain-looking things are a powerhouse of benefits. They're full of compounds called polyphenols that help fight inflammation. In fact, a study in the Journal of Nutrition found that walnuts decrease the blood levels of C-reactive protein, a marker of inflammation. They're the Sherlock Holmes of the food world, identifying the culprits and putting them away for good. All right, at number 6 we have berries. I mean, who doesn't love a good berry, right?
Stop!
Especially when they're as beneficial for your health as the Avengers are for New York City. Berries are packed with antioxidants like anthocyanins, which are like the food equivalent of Captain America's shield, blocking inflammation and arthritis at every turn. Lucky number 7 is spinach. And before you pull a face and say, "Ew, I'm not Popeye," remember, leafy greens like spinach are rich in antioxidants and compounds like camphorol, which, according to researchers at the University of East Anglia, helps decrease the effects of the inflammatory agents associated with rheumatoid arthritis. That's right, folks. Eating your greens is not just good table manners, but a strategic defense maneuver. Next on our list, number 8, is grapes. Red, green, seedless, doesn't matter. What matters is that they're loaded with anthocyanins. Remember those? But grapes also contain a compound called resveratrol, which, according to a study in the Journal of Cellular Physiology, may have potential in treating rheumatoid arthritis due to its anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. So the next time someone tries to make you feel bad about that extra glass of wine, just tell them you're working on your resveratrol levels. Coming in at number 9, we have our favorite breakfast partner, olive oil. It's not just great on toast, folks. It's got oleocanthal, a compound that works like ibuprofen in reducing inflammation. And finally, rounding up the top 10 is tart cherries. Like the underdog team in every sports movie, these little guys come out of nowhere with their high levels of anthocyanins, even higher than their berry brethren, making them a superfood in the fight against arthritis. So, folks, before you reach for that bottle of pills, try reaching for some of these foods instead. But remember, check in with your doctor to make sure you're ready for these amazing foods. We'll see you in the next video.